How's it going, guys? It's Josue back again with another video on Enlightened Tech. And today I want to talk about Google Stadia. And it's just really interesting where I'm at a time right now where Google Stadia, I haven't been playing it that much, but the little bit that I have been playing it, I've really been enjoying. I took a little break from it and I just started playing again, and I just noticed that Google keeps improving the software. And Google doesn't brag about its updates or anything like that. Literally, they stopped bragging about updates. They stopped saying this is coming, this is coming, this is coming, and giving people dates, and they were just upgrading stuff in the background. And because Google Stadia is a cloud platform, you never have to do updates. So you never oh, there's an update, I have to wait, I have to download it, it has to install. Oh, now my system looks different. Google Stadia, you just log in, updates have been done. It's just different, and you see it as it goes. If you want to pay attention, you can look up the change logs and all that, but you'll see the changes as they come. They finally added a search bar, which was so funny, like Google creating a gaming software but not having a search function. But they added it, and it was just playing really good. I'm playing Doom on there right now, and Doom is a game where I'm playing on a hard difficulty. It's like you need accuracy. The latency cannot be off. If the latency is off, you're not going to have a good time playing a game like Doom. And I'm hearing people saying that Google Stadia is not good enough to be competitive, but research has shown that it stands up right next to the Xbox Series S. So yes, it can. So I'm wanting games like Apex Legends to come onto it, but people really don't believe that it can. And the sad thing is that I've noticed this a lot in the tech industry is they kill things. They're petty in a way. And I understand, but to have so much petty that you would want another company to fail before it even gets started, Google's reputation is being used against them time and time again, and Google is doing the same thing. They're not really defending themselves, or they're not really marketing themselves in the best way. They're not marketing geniuses like Apple is, you know? I think Google gives us a lot. If Google didn't exist, oh my god, Apple would have a monopoly and this world would not be as dope as it is today. If you use Google services, you can go from Android to Apple like that. Very easy. The Google apps make the iPhone easier to use. They make the iPhone more fun. They give the iPhone more value. But Apple stuff you cannot find on Google. And Google doesn't even care. Google's giving their things to all. And that's kind of how Google Stream makes sense. These websites and YouTubers are saying, oh, they're changing the name to Google Stream, and they're trying to change the image to salvage Google Stadia. But Google's always been about sharing their software. Samsung uses Google software. Motorola uses Google software. Huawei was using Google software. LG was using Google software. Everyone, all these companies, Alcatel, BlackBerry even use Google software. And even Apple themselves are using Google software because the Google software is on the Apple devices. Apple tries their best to make it easier to use their own software, but the Google apps just stand apart. They just work well. They work with the Gmail. Anywhere you go, you can have access to it. It's very simple. But Apple does have a beautiful ecosystem either way. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point of this video is you can tell how Google works, and of course, that the software of Google Stadia is so powerful. It's one of the best cloud streaming software that there is. You saw how it ran Cyberpunk, and I'm telling you, it runs Doom beautifully. So that software be shared with other people so that you can play games on a freaking Peloton. Google made it so you can play video games on a Peloton, on a machine that you're running. So if your parents are fit freaks and they're not video game people, and you want to play video games but they don't want to buy your system, take out a Peloton. Guess what? Boom. That's a video game system right there. There's games right on there. Any screen, a game can be there, and Google is making this happen and is sharing this with Capcom. Imagine playing Marvel vs. Capcom anywhere. Any place with a screen is instantly an arcade. This is what Google did, and these YouTubers are hating on that. I don't know what is wrong with these YouTubers and these tech websites. It's this pettiness to just hate on Google and not allow Google to be the beast that it is, the beast that it has been, and you're not really giving Google due credit, because Google, you're dope. Google Stadia has changed my life. It revitalized my gaming. As a father, it made